Coming up this week on The Good Life, an incredible story of courage and love.
We also were able to do all these tests on my kidneys, and we know exactly how well both of my kidneys functioned. So we know that my kidney is going to function well in his body, and I have one that's left that's strong enough to function in my body.
A Good Life surprise of one of our neighbors saving another neighbor's life. That story is coming up. Plus,
most people never cook outside of their own kitchen. So cooking under the lights with a Michelin star chef that's about to taste your food and scrutinizing every step you do while you're making it is very, very scary. There's no way around that.
And an East Tennessean takes the national stage in a reality TV show. He gives us the lowdown still ahead. And do you need some help when it comes to money matters? Well, your questions count, we'll explain. And it's back to the thrift store we go. Fabulous looks on a budget we love. Stay right there. It's all coming up on The Good Life. Living the good life doesn't mean having everything you want. It means recognizing and appreciating what you have. Hello to you, I'm Kelli Parker. To me, living the good life means sharing family traditions and great stories, finding a style that's all your own, and living with a go big, go home kind of spirit. Oh, and every good life sprinkles in the element of surprise. So pull up a chair and join us. I think you'll agree, every day is better when it's served with a slice of the good life. Hello to you and welcome to The Good Life. I'm Kelli Parker. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, from time to time, we all get pulled into the world of reality TV. But one Knoxville entertainer recently stepped into the national spotlight to show off his cooking skills and go head-to-head with world-renowned chef Gordon Ramsay. For Zach Fallon, life in the limelight is somewhat normal.
Yeah, I've been playing music since 2007 as a part of my solo group called Katie and the Bass Drums. And then I started doing stand-up. I play in a rock group called Senru. I was part of the Harry Potter-based rap group Lil Iffy. And I always try and keep busy. Music and performance has definitely been a passion of mine forever.
But several months ago, Zach decided to put his artistic skills to the test and audition for the MasterChef series airing across the country on Fox.
I absolutely got in my car all packed up thinking this is a long shot and this is probably just a decently cool way to waste a weekend. Yeah. But as soon as I turned on my car, the theme song from Rocky was playing. And then I was like, no, I think I'm actually going to be on the show.
This is a sign.
Yeah, Rocky is telling me I'm going to fly now. Yeah. All the stuff that I learned as a performer and all that helped me as I was starting to get into cooking, because it makes you learn to think on your feet. And cooking, just like music, is a form of artistic expression. Like you learn how to express your voice just through different mediums.
More than 25,000 people auditioned nationwide, and only 40 were chosen. And this East Tennessean made the cut.
Most people never cook outside of their own kitchen. So cooking under the lights with a Michelin star chef that's about to taste your food and scrutinizing every step you do while you're making it is very, very scary. Everybody who is on that show can definitely hold their own in a kitchen.
While Zach's journey on the show has come to an end, Zach says the experience was a chance of a lifetime, and he still has big plans in the kitchen. Now, East Tennesseans, we all love great food and great cooking. You are kind of a self-taught YouTube / Food TV, Food Network chef, right?
Yeah, I absolutely just taught myself. My family has a lot of passionate cooks, and I never went hungry, but I would never say that I was eating delicacies. So when I started wanting to cook more intricate recipes, I had to go and research that. So I went YouTube, and there's lots of resources on the internet. You can learn anything nowadays.
So what are some of your favorite dishes that if we come to your house you may inspire us and cook some really tasty Southern foods. What are some of your favorites?
I really love cooking Cajun food. The gumbo and jambalaya and etouffee are some of my favorites. Beyond that, just really good like home cooking, like Tennessee hot chicken and shrimp and grits. Lots of classic recipes that I try and just make as flavorful as possible. Kids, whatever your silly dream is, just follow it and someone will pay you for it.
What does living the good life mean to you?
Living the good life for me is about finding myself in a place where I'm happy, and usually the best way I can do that is to keep people guessing. Nobody expected me to be on MasterChef. Everybody's like, I didn't even know you could cook. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So exceeding expectations and keeping people on their toes has me very happy with life.
Still to come here on The Good Life.
It's definitely made me a more faithful person. It's helped me to realize that sometimes as God's plan unfolds, I still can't see it.
A story of true giving. Our Good Life surprise is paying it forward to our neighbor who saved an East Tennessean with an incredible gift. That story is still ahead.
What I've discovered conversationally is to ask a client, what is the intention of this particular bucket of money?
What questions will help you live the good life and plan ahead financially? We're taking your questions to the experts still ahead. The Good Life, presented by Knoxville Wholesale Furniture and Medeiros.
Introducing Marchesa by Bernhardt. Creating a sophisticated look while maintaining a casual comfort is the goal of Marchesa, a neo-traditional collection that pairs classic forms with contemporary finishes. European elements are distinctly recognizable, but the group carves out its own modern path. The unique mix of materials and finishes combines to create an appealing, earthy palette that exudes luxury while remaining understated, exclusively at Knoxville Wholesale Furniture.
Want to cut your energy bills by 20, 30, even 50% like I did? I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research. Medeiros delivers energy-saving solutions. With eShield reflective technology and insulation, Medeiros transforms your attic and living space into heating and cooling cocoons, keeping your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Cut your costs just like I did. Call Medeiros today for a free estimate and real results.
So saving money and planning ahead are all a huge part of living the good life. So do you know where to begin? Well, today we're taking those questions to the expert who says when it comes to money matters, the questions you ask could be the key to planning your financial freedom. We are here to have all of your financial questions answered today by Clark Didnt with Didnt Financial Group. And there are lots of questions we need to ask our future brokers. And you said one of those, you guys have certain guidelines you must adhere to and follow.
We do. And
we need to know about those, right?
You know, one of the best resources that a client can go to research their broker is FINRA. It's an acronym for Financial Industry Regulatory Authority.
Okay.
And within that website are links to what they call broker check. And it will allow you to look your broker up and find out what states they're licensed in, do they have any complaints lodged against them, how long they've been in the business, what education they have, important things that you need to know because your relationship is long term.
Yes.
And that's a great website to go to. And in fact, they just passed an amendment, I think it's 2210, where if your broker has a website, he must include the broker check hyperlink to the FINRA website.
Yes.
Because we want full disclosure on background, education, qualifications, everything.
And this just gives us a better insight as
Absolutely.
to what this broker has done in the past.
Absolutely. And you know, one of the main things I always tell clients to look at is be sure your broker's been in the business longer than 10 years. That at least gets them past 2008. And if they've been in business longer than that, that's great, because every time the market goes down, we all learn something.
Absolutely.
And experience does matter.
And you mentioned the relationship. This should be a long-term relationship with the broker and the clients. What are some of the ways you work to stay in touch with those clients?
You know, that is a service model question, and we have developed a service model where we touch base with clients at least quarterly.
Okay.
If there's a tax law change, if there's updates that need to be made, we will even ramp it up and do seminars for clients. What I've discovered conversationally is to ask a client, what is the intention of this particular bucket of money?
Right.
Most clients have several buckets. They've got a retirement bucket, a 401k bucket, IRA, Roth. They may have savings, and the intention could be income, it could be wealth replacement, it could be college, it could be wealth accumulation, tax deferral, tax-free, I mean, all kinds of stuff. The way they answer that determines the product or product mix that's best suited for them.
For those who have never invested, and this can be, as we've mentioned before, an overwhelming process, if we know we need to start that investment process, but we don't know where to start, how do you walk a new client through this process?
You know, as I mentioned before, I think a 401k is a great place to start. I mean, it's a great place to start. But if you're not in a job that offers a 401k, look at a Roth IRA. Going forward, the Roth IRA may be one of the only places that remains tax-free. And you don't need a whole lot of money for a Roth. Depending on your age, determines the amount and how much money you make. Depends on the amount you can put in. But it's a wonderful way to grow money and begin the process of accumulation.
And we've talked before about living the good life means planning ahead so that you can enjoy life later on.
Right.
Why is it important to plan ahead to live that good life?
Well, if you, I usually tell clients, you want your last check to the mortuary to bounce. And some of them laugh and some say no, but when you're planning, at least then you know exactly how much you can spend and what you can spend it on, and it gives you much more freedom and confidence to enjoy the good life.
Yeah.
So do you find yourself looking through your closet with dread and despair because you're so tired of seeing those same old clothes? Well, today we're going to fix that. It's thrift store time, and you know what that means. Time for some fabulous new looks, and you're going to love these prices. And let the fun begin. Every thrift store treasure hunt begins differently. Last time we shopped here together, we started with the accessories right in the front of the store as our inspiration. Today we're mixing things up, and we're going to start on the top half of our body with our shirts and blouses. Let's get to it. So the thrift store is a fantastic place to start with your top and find unique and one-of-a-kind pieces. We found these three tops that we absolutely love. They're very unusual. You won't find these anywhere else. So the next time you're shopping, find those pieces that really stand out that will look great on your body type. You're going to love these looks. Let's go. And next up, we're focusing on our lower half. You can never go wrong with a little pop of color, some seersucker shorts, white linen pants, and some white jeans. We're going to use these and add them to our thrift store stash to come up with some great looks. Come with us. Now to complete these looks, you know me, it's accessory time. Time to add a little bling. We've grabbed our belts. Next up, the jewelry. Now it's time to put these looks together. Let's go. Look number one, we're striping it up. We started with this great Ralph Lauren blouse. Love the yellow. We've mixed it with our striped seersucker shorts, a little pop of yellow with the belt, some accessories, and don't forget the fedora, a great summertime look. So we we started our search today with some great top pieces, the blouse. This is one of those. This is so unique and something you will find nowhere else. We've mixed it with a little pop of color with the pink skirt, a little belt to add a little flair, and a bracelet and accessories. Now, if you want to make this outfit a little more casual, you could add this great skirt, mixing with the belt. You've got two great looks with one great piece. And this is another one of those great blouses. This screams fun, doesn't it? We love this blouse. We paired it with some coral beads and some linen pants from Banana Republic and a great belt. Such a fantastic look. Now for a second look, you could add this gray shirt to the linen pants, mix a little bit different flair with the belt and some accessories. Two great looks, all inspired by these fantastic linen pants. Another great shirt, another great look. We've taken this Talbot's blouse and mixed it now with a little unexpected hint with the paisley belt and the white jeans. We love that. It's a sailor look, very cute for summer. Speaking of sailor, we love the red, white, and blue. We're adding the red belt to the white jeans with the Ralph Lauren top, adding some accessories. Again, you have two fantastic looks to add to your summer wardrobe. By the way, most thrift stores have a daily list of sale items they post based on the color of the sales tag. So don't forget to check out those savings as well to save you even more money. We love it. Still to come here on The Good Life.
Just to know that somebody else is going to have, you know, that dad figure when they graduate high school is just, it makes me know that what I did is good enough for somebody else.
It's a Good Life surprise that will make you want to give back. This life-saving story is coming up next.
There are many different financial products out there to accommodate many different goals and needs. Defining the intent of your money is one of the most important questions to be answered. Is this bucket of money for educating a child or grandchild? Is it for an emergency fund? Is it for income in retirement? All these answers help determine the best location for your money. My name is Clark Didnt of Didnt Financial Group, and I would like to assist you in answering those questions properly. Please don't hesitate to call me at 483-7909.
And it's time once again for this week's Good Life surprise, an incredible story of love and courage. So we've all heard the words, love thy neighbor, but our guest this week is showing us all how doing just that can change the lives of so many around us.
And I thought, why in the world would God place me here and, you know, just let me fall in love with this school and this little community if I wasn't meant to do something here?
Life for 22-year-old Shaylee Bratton was that of most college students. She was busy with school, life, and finishing her internship as a student teacher at Mount Olive Elementary.
And I always heard about this fabulous kindergarten teacher, and I just kind of wondered, well, you know, if he's such a great kindergarten teacher, what's he doing now if he's not here? And we were just sitting in a staff meeting one day, and they were talking about someone who just desperately needed a kidney. Like, this was it. Like, it was now or never, basically. And I just kind of asked who it was, and I made the connection, you know, that he had a son at the school who is just the sweetest kid ever, who I love.
That kindergarten teacher is 47-year-old Lewis Burton. For Lewis, this journey to find a kidney transplant had been a long one. First with a diagnosis of kidney disease, then undergoing his first transplant back in 2001. And after 11 years, Lewis would again need a new kidney to survive. Once again, Burton would find himself back on a transplant list and praying for a miracle.
And from that point on, you just have to wait. So your life's completely different. You basically have to be ready to have surgery at any point. Basically, I just said, well, he can have one of mine. And so from that point on, I just called UT Medical Center, and first they do like a phone interview and they just get your blood type and that sort of thing. And then after that, we knew I was a match.
Shaylee's mom, Mary Ann, would reach out to Lewis's family on Facebook, telling them they had a match. Meeting the family that would be changed by this decision would seem overwhelming to Shaylee at first.
And I just kind of said, you know, God's gonna have to put them in front of me. And I was working the ticket booth at Fun Night and Up Walk the Burtons. And so I just kind of introduced myself. After the kids walked away, I just pulled his wife Sarah aside and said, I'm Shaylee, and she just immediately hugged me and started crying, and we just felt like family from that point on.
So as you're telling your friends and family that you're a match and this is a possibility, what's going through your mind? What are the comments that you hear from everyone you're telling this to?
Basically, a lot of people said, why in the world would you want to do that? I actually didn't tell anyone until it was a go, until we knew the schedule or the surgery was scheduled. It was good for me to do it that way, just because my mind was made. I had already prayed about it. I knew that this, was completely ordained by God, and this is what we were going to do. And so from that point on, people just had to jump on board.
And 22 years after starting Lewis's journey, a 22-year-old Shaylee would donate the gift of life to her neighbor that she says God placed in front of her.
And I remember walking into the room after he had had his second surgery and just thinking, oh my gosh, he's alive, thank God.
Do you feel like I made a difference? I literally saved someone because of my gift.
Just to know that somebody else is going to have, that dad figure when they graduate high school is just, it makes me know that what I did is good enough for somebody else.
Shaylee doesn't see her gift as extraordinary. She says it's a surgery that gave her a larger family and a stronger faith that a higher power is always at work.
Well, we are family now. I mean, we talk at least twice, 2-3 times a week. I mean, like I said, we're family now. It's always, I love you, can't wait to see you, let's go get dinner when we both feel better. I mean, we really have just become a family with them.
Well, on behalf of The Good Life and on behalf of Dollywood, we just want to thank you for everything you do, and they would like to give you 4 tickets to come to Splash Country and enjoy with your friends and family, just as a thank you for all you do for this community and all you've done for Lou to literally save one of our neighbors' lives. So we just thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure we'll have a great time.
Yes, just a little getaway, and we thank you so much for all you've done.
Hindsight's 20/20, and I guess I really didn't understand what that meant until the end of this. And I say the end, but it's still not over. I mean, it's, how we're able to spread Christ's love, the two of us together. And, he might not be able to do that if we didn't do this. So, it's not over. And it's amazing to realize that it won't be over for years and years.
A remarkable young lady, and we wish Shaylee and Lou the very best in their recovery. So that's it. To our crew, that's what it means to live the good life. It means taking a chance and going for your dreams. It means saving now to enjoy later. It means looking great on any budget and trusting that every day we have an opportunity to give someone a brighter tomorrow. We thank you so much for inviting us into your home this week. And remember, every day is better when it's served with a slice of the good life. And we hope you'll agree. We'll see you next time.